synchronous learning, same classes, just in a chair. And just the fact that we're able to do that, that astounded me.
I'm gonna be late to school, but school is just like my chair.
I think what was the best thing that Athenian did was they put a stake in the ground.
Eric Niles, the head of the school, he said at the very beginning, he said, we're not stopping school, we're doing school different.
We recognized that our job was much more substantial, much more complicated.
It was amazing. The communication was awesome during this whole COVID transition to distance learning. They were well prepared
to deliver high quality education in the Athenian way. And I mean project-based, experiential, rigorous education, even though it was at home.
We'd been in the forefront, in the vanguard of blended education for a long time. Faculty had what they needed.
We were able to launch online classes on that Monday, the 16th.
And they just let us do our thing within a clear structure. The principal, Amy Wintermeyer, called a meeting together early on, and she solicited a lot of input.
The sense of community when all the teachers were training, a lot of us went and brought them, we decorated the tables and brought them snacks and knew that they were going to put in so much time and effort.
Just because we went to Zoom doesn't mean all of a sudden everyone was like, all right, just throw them a bunch of worksheets and send them on their way. It was instead, this is important stuff to learn. It's important stuff to connect over, and let's try to adapt.
I really just have a lot of appreciation for my teachers, especially because they were working really hard before this, and I know it was a total adjustment for them.
They were constantly aware of what we and they were going through.
There's definitely a lot of time in between classes, and there's a lot extra time to do homework, which I really appreciate.
They've been actually really great about this whole thing, and they're all so enthusiastic.
I would do silly things like have GIFs of animals or playing Taylor Swift songs at the end of my lesson.
I feel as if our teachers at Athenian are really doing a great job in connecting with us, giving us interesting information.
You really have to look at somebody and get past the barrier of the screen. In a group discussion as a whole, I would have them asking questions or calling on people.
My daughter's bedroom is kind of midway in the house, and it was wonderful to see her being so engaged. I never got the sense that this was distance learning. This felt very real.
We are still very much a community, even if we are separated. We still do group projects, even though it's a little bit harder now, but we're still finding our way to pull through it.
I had pretty much perfect attendance the entire time we were in shutdown.
It didn't surprise me. That same sort of love of learning and love of teaching that these teachers have carried over to a completely different style.
Kids were actually engaged all day long.
I don't think ever in my time at Athenian have I received so much positive feedback from parents for what the teachers are doing and how they're handling it and what they're doing for the kids.
Grit, determination, perseverance. As a senior class, we held our heads high, lifted our chins up. This wasn't what we expected, but we'll make the most of it.
We talk a lot about resilience at Athenian.
This education makes them who they are. It brings out a lot of good things in your child that you didn't know existed.
Our kids didn't say, oh, woe is me, we've moved into distance learning. They rolled up their sleeves and they said, let's go. We're going to continue to engage with our education as fully as we do in person.